You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson. From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Old School Wrestling After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Old School Wrestling After Show.
Music.
Is this it?
That's it.
Changing the site.
All right. That's our new old school music. All right.
All right, I got to give credit to my son Shane for producing that music. He's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a nice opening piece, huh?
What's the title called?
You know what he told me and I forgot? Morning After, something like that.
Out of the park.
But he gave me a few to pick from. That was a really good one. Well, welcome to Old School Wrestling. Mm-hmm. Here we are.
We're back.
Yes, this is the highlight of my day.
I know. Your highlight of your week, I think.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because now we can educate the younger people like Mr. Eric Watts, because he needs to know this.
Oh, yes, he is. I'm sure he's educated.
He'll
some.
like this just as much as chicken and rice.
Well, I love chicken and rice, so.
I am Ric Drasin. I am.
You are?
And I used to be. And I have sitting next to me one of my dear sweethearts, Miss Shannon Ballard.
That's right. The better half of the Ballard brothers. My brother, he's just terrible. He's terrible.
I heard that he was strained between the sheets.
He was what?
Strained between the sheets. That's where he came from.
He was.
That's right. He's got missing parts. We got Mr. Ryan Clum back.
Hello, I am back. Oh, boo.
The heckler in the audience.
Yes.
And our guest today.
I like to be booed.
From
I'm a heel.
WWE's. Can I speak?
Yes.
Our guest today from WWE's Tough Enough is Mr. Eric Watts, who's been wrestling and beyond
right.
and around. And
Hello.
really good guy. Glad to have him here. He lends a lot to us, and it's a pleasure.
Thank you. Good to be here.
And so thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Eric Watts is like a yes man all the time. Yes, yes. Come on, have an opinion today.
What's up?
He's got to have chicken and rice.
What's up?
Save it.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Should I not be appreciative of my introduction?
Absolutely.
What's wrong with you?
You sound
Don't
like
you dare introduce me. Like, well, who does? Come on.
Eric,
what's wrong with you?
I thought, what about the respect we were talking about? You should be every 8 seconds saying
Oh,
respect.
well, here's the thing. I already have my respect, so I don't need to keep doing that. You don't have it yet. So you gotta, that's where.
Are you a little insecure?
Yeah, a little. Well,
Little bit.
with him here, look at how big he is.
I know.
He scares me.
Some girl.
Yeah.
Mostly hair.
How you doing?
So what year was it for Tough Enough?
2011. So a year ago. So
A year ago.
technically, I mean, they call it season 1, but it's more like season 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you've been doing indie shows since.
2007. My first match was against Chimera. He used to wrestle around here.
Sure, I know he is.
And I've been like 4 or 5 different training schools.
Is that Ricardo Rodriguez?
No, it's not actually.
Who was it? What was his name?
Chimera.
Chimera is just doesn't wrestle anymore.
What was
Oh,
his,
okay.
what was his name?
I thought he had a name
Yeah,
that
but
was
what
somewhat
was his
like
name?
that.
Do you remember?
Chimera.
Yeah.
His real name?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm not the same guy.
Jesus Rodriguez.
I don't know what his last name is.
Yeah, it's Rodriguez.
I know Chimera retired.
I think his middle name might have been Ricardo. But
All right,
I
so
don't know.
That's a rumor.
You were doing
Rumor.
indie shows for all those years.
Yeah.
And then you went on Tough Enough.
Yes.
Now you're back doing indie shows again.
Yes, I am.
What are you going to do with this? What do you want to go forward?
I'm gonna go straight to the top. That's my goal.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep working until I get there. So
You gonna go back to WWE?
that's what I want to do.
Yeah, you will.
I'm just kind of waiting to sort of get my body together and get my wrestling together before I give him a call. And,
Why, did you leave your arms and legs at the door?
yeah, I left them. You know, so these are loners right here. gotta get the real stuff.
Chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice. That's what it is. That's the secret.
Every meal.
El
chicken
Pollo
and rice.
Loco.
Yeah.
I have quite a few tapes here. I think maybe the first one I'd like to do is Danny McShane and Pepper Gomez, Marissa, or who's ever in there.
But we doubt it.
Oh, look at that. Right on top of it.
No knee pads.
Right, no
then.
knee pads.
Oh, they're circling the wrong way. I'd be all
This
over
isn't
that.
even this isn't even tape. This is film. This is before they had cameras and TV.
That was back before they went the right way.
Look, he's on his
He
back.
hasn't showered in a week.
No, you don't shower then.
What year was this?
Oh, I was just gonna ask
Yeah,
that.
it's got to be like 50s, 40s.
Wow.
No, 50s. I'm sorry. Pepper Gomez. Pepper Gomez.
Look at the referee's shirt.
like
Like
orderly.
showing his pipes off.
He's an orderly. He's like gonna take him.
Remember, the referee was one of the boys.
His arm is pinned. Look at that. Looks like it hurts.
You see how he's choking, and then remember we talked about hiding from the ref? Hiding from the ref? Mm-hmm. Same thing here.
Oh, yeah.
Right, see the arm?
The referee is in position, checking for the pin on the opposite side.
Oh, yeah.
Grounded.
Now they'll carry this for a long time. I mean, this stay in this hold for like ever. But the fans go nuts.
Of roughhouse wrestling.
I think Eric's getting some ideas for his next match.
There's actually a lot of good stuff in these
A lot
old
of good
matches
stuff.
to use for your matches.
And a lot of good stuff.
A lot of stuff people don't use anymore. People don't even realize.
There's the choke again. See, while he's counting, he chokes. And then he asks him again, "Are you choking?" No.
He's touching his chest.
I'm not choking him.
See, like, choking again while he's not looking. Same thing. That's the psychology behind it.
Now see, here's where I'm gonna become a trainer and say something again. This is something that a lot of the guys on the indie scene don't do. It's like when they're getting choked and the referee doesn't see it. See how he keeps kicking his legs? It's like that's getting a reaction from the crowd.
Exactly.
But most of the times, people don't even kick their legs, or
See, there it
they
goes
act
again.
the same way they do. Yeah,
I kick my legs.
I know you do.
Well,
him
but
good.
see what he's doing. He was choking with a knee.
Yeah.
And then he was kicking his legs. And of course, he'll do it again. See?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then the referee does. The fans go. He'll keep asking. Let's go round and round and round.
But
They can milk this for a long time.
that gets a reaction from the crowd. Now, say somebody's getting choked, an indie guy, he doesn't even, like, he's not even kicking or going crazy. It's like, yeah.
He doesn't sell.
And then they wonder why, the crowd's not the crowd's not going to buy this. I'm not going to do it because they're not giving him a reason to buy
Exactly. He's got it again.
He's tickling him.
Well, they can milk that for a long time.
it. Back then, baby faces had to wear one stripe on their socks.
How'd you know?
That's his flashy gear, man.
Yeah.
That's his WrestleMania gear right there.
It's a match for the best 2 out of 3 falls.
Ooh, it's round.
with a 45-minute time limit.
Now see the rope?
Look at Danny hold on
Same
to the
thing there.
rope.
You
I
see
just
that?
don't know about that hold right there. I don't think I could do something
Yeah, I
like
think you could be the receiver.
you-
now. See, it's just like you're saying. Watch, he'll go for the rope and the referee's not looking. And the fans will go nuts every time he reaches up there. See now.
Yeah.
That's not your favorite position right there, Shannon?
See?
A lot
Second
of- you,
phase.
need, you need a good ref for that to work too.
Yeah, exactly.
The ref
yeah.
has to work with you. He's got to be
right.
part of that.
Lots of guys want to be the star of the match.
Yeah.
Lots of refs out here.
So there he goes again. Of course, that's what stirs the fans up. Now he catches him. No,
It's
it's
like-
not.
He's being dominated right now. This is bad. You got to fight back. Man.
He's worked this hold for what,
I
like
was gonna
3-4
say,
minutes?
Yeah.
He can his own.
The arm on the near side.
Everything he's hiding from the ref. This is what Ray Lloyd was talking about. The ref has to be clued into what's going on.
Or at least know what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's going to take a great deal of strength. And it may be that Gomez has that strength.
Oh, here he comes.
Oh, there's a comeback.
Listen to the crowd.
He may not, though. Right to the trunks. See the trunks? Pull him down again.
Oh, there we go. I love it.
Man,
Ugh.
the referee all in white. Look at that.
We already said that.
Come on, man. Something new. Something different, dog.
But it's funny how little things like that, we've talked about, the crowd goes crazy. Mm-hmm. Little tiny things.
It's like you build that for that one moment, that then they just go nuts.
I don't know if you just heard that. Remember we were
talking.
talking about the referee giving you the time? Mm-hmm. He just said 3 minutes gone. They went over the loudspeaker with him.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
I wonder, like, who the first person was that said, you know what? We're in a ring with ropes. I'm going to throw you off him. I want you to hit him and come back at me like it. I wonder who the first person is that did that.
Had to come from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's Irish.
Yeah, I was to say it was
Probably, yeah,
someone that
sure,
must
yeah.
be Irish, right?
The Irish whip.
Yeah.
I don't know if he makes it come back here or not. I know he's going for it, but they might pull him down again.
It'll be third time. Third time's a charm.
Yep.
Could be. It's like kick out on 2.
Danny McShane has held the advantage during the opening minutes of this first fall.
Punch him in the bicep.
Oh, this is a more than one fall then, huh?
Yeah, we're not going to go the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Gomez has a reputation.
Third
of
time's a
being
charm. Watch, he's getting up.
Yep.
And he's going to have to put out the best that he has.
Attitude
against
adjustment.
Oh,
McShane.
choking him again.
That's what I said.
Looking for the attitude.
Yeah.
Fourth time's the
Fourth
charm.
time.
The
That's what
nice
I
thing
said.
about it is not predictable.
Right.
These two are almost identical weights. 210 and 200.
Can you imagine seeing something like this today in WWE? It's like not even close.
You could see it in a house show, maybe.
Yeah, it's maybe some.
But they wouldn't get any reaction. The only reaction they would get would be the boring chant.
Yeah, you think fans wouldn't get this
No.
today, right?
Yep,
Well, they're still the same human being. Like Ray said, you have to re-educate their brain
Yeah.
to understand it.
Yeah. I think you have to mix it with what they understand
Exactly.
with this to
Yeah.
get them to get it. Yeah.
Well, it would be like also, it's like people wouldn't understand a silent movie today
Very true.
compared to like, back in yesterday.
How were those?
Very
when they
true.
first
Hey
came
man,
out?
I'm a film geek. I went to film school and I still fall asleep during old black and white silent films. I know they are boring.
But if you
that's
look at the
messed up.
psychology here, I mean, he's trying
they're
to get
educational.
out, trying to get out, and he's not getting out. And that's what the fans get upset about. That he's not making a real good comeback real quick.
Yeah.
Do you think there were other people on this card that said, "Gosh, these guys are doing so much. What am I going to go out there
Yeah,
and do?"
you know there were. How do we top that?
Yeah. I mean, and that's the difference between like then and
Let's see, you were talking about
Look
the
at
kicking,
him.
Shannon.
Yeah.
See? It is.
They're both kicking. Like his last gasp was that.
You don't even break a sweat.
Across Pepper's throat.
And he's just moving his arm a little bit.
He's got his arm against his throat.
Rule whether that is a stranglehold. And of course, what he can't see
I
is
think I remember
McShane
this here.
shoving the point of his shoulder down across Gomez's throat.
Ooh.
Look at that fine bridge by Gomez. Beautiful wrestler's bridge. But not enough to get him out of trouble.
Boy, they can milk that a long time.
Yeah, they can.
Now I'm curious to see what his comeback is.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Do you think they called that in the back?
No.
This is all one big spot. I'm gonna bridge up 3 times.
He gives him a snap or something. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah,
Double snap
dude.
there.
Again.
On his way.
The third one, right? Yeah. So I mean, there's your
Now,
three.
I think
There's
it
your
hit a dive.
3-bump comeback right
That's
there.
the shine right there.
But see, when he goes out
That
like
one.
that gets even more heat. Even more heat because he went out the audience.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to do a dive on him.
Coward.
They don't dive back then.
Springboard.
That's
Yeah.
when. That's when.
450.
Yeah, but that's when you had the athletic commission and they had rules. You don't go over the top rope. You don't punch. You disqualify you.
They also had a doctor at ringside.
And they could fine you for for pulling the tights too.
You could do anything.
That was so funny that they could do
you
that.
Really, you had to have the license. I mean, I had a license in 12 states, and they had rules. You can't do this. You can't do that. They had a guy.
Yeah.
You remember those days?
I remember. Actually, we had to get licensed back, like, it's like in 2000, 2001, in New Mexico and New York. And there's one other state we had to get licensed.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. A match just popped up.
Oh, all right. Well, let's watch
Is that
it.
Jimmy Sucker?
No, this is Antonio Rocca. He was a flyer back then. Skull Murphy and Pampero Firpo.
I remember Pampero
Yeah,
Firpo.
Firpo has all the hair.
The wild bull
bald
of the
guy,
Pampas.
The bald guy is Skull Murphy, and then you've got Pepper Gomez again too.
You ever hear Pampero talk?
That's Pepper Gomez.
The wild bull of the Pampas. That's what he sounds like. He sounds like Eric Watts.
His hair is sweet.
I worked down in San Bernardino with him.
He's taken enough abuse from the bearded one, using his powerful legs as only
No, here's all your high spots, Shannon. There you
No,
go.
look at that. Those are high spots.
You excited, bro?
Yeah, look at
Oh
that.
wow.
It looks like he's not wearing any trunks.
Looks like he's just sitting naked on his shoulders.
Doesn't it?
Ooh.
Looks like you and Rick on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Saturday. It's a Saturday
Look at the
night.
difference in the audience when they show them.
Skull Murphy is farsighted. He's too dazed after a go with Rocco.
It's
to
much.
get his bearings.
Those ropes are so
It's a much
loose.
classier environment.
Back into the ring and applies another of his famous holds.
Oh, backbreaker.
Whoa, look at
Torture
that.
rack.
That was a torture rack.
Rocco and Carpentier get the Murphy down. Work goes on as the hold is disqualified.
Oh. Oh, he
He's
got
disqualified
it's
for
illegal
that?
hold.
It's illegal, I guess. Look at
Oh,
that.
come on.
Good drop kick.
I didn't realize that move was around that long.
Boy to vent his wrath on than Skull Murphy.
There's a whip into the buckle.
Outside the ropes, Rocco is as gentle as a lamb. He recently tied the marital knot, and rather uniquely, he's been combining a tour of the wrestling circuit with his honeymoon. There's no love lost between Skull and Antonino, though. The big boy almost
Backdrop.
goes through the
Those rings are stiff, too.
Oh, yeah, they
look,
are.
that looked really stiff.
Yeah. Do you think people could springboard out those ropes?
There's no trouble picking him up, did he?
Now, why would he do that again if that was an illegal hold?
I don't know.
The crowd can't believe it.
Totally different crowd back then. All people with their
Oh, now it's okay. They won.
Social security checks.
I don't understand now what happened the first.
I think it's because he brought him from the outside.
From the outside, yeah.
Would be my guess.
Here's Carpentier. He was a good gymnast,
Pretty
too.
sweet. That's a cool spot right there.
Oh, left jab.
That's a cool spot right there.
A Billy Blade kick to the
Let's
head.
do that. Stolen.
Wrestling champion from Montreal, Canada,
Watch the hair.
can be just as spectacular as the great Rocco. His sensational dismount lures Purpo into the center of the ring. and
Power
the
bomb.
trap. Now watch Carpentier go for the pin.
Whoa, look at that.
Whoa. Oh.
Wow.
Oh. Look at that.
That was like the senton. Look at that.
Yeah. You didn't see much of that back then.
No.
Look at-
Oh, look at
This
that.
is what's happening. What am I watching?
And gets
This is
it.
crazy.
The team of Rocco and Carpentier dispose of the two terrorists in short order. The fun isn't over yet. One of the referees has a bone to pick with The Rock, and Antonino
The Rock.
aims to settle the issue without
That's the
further
original
debate.
That's the
Rock.
original Rock.
Here gives Purpo a stomach ache while Tiny Tim, the other referee,
Oh.
gets
Oh, what a
Looks like
jerk.
what I would do
Later,
to
this
Hector.
argument runs to Carpentier for protection as Rocco stammers and steams over some ungentlemanly remarks that have been passed. There's no decision.
Is that the heel ref?
The fans go nuts down
Rocco
there.
and his new partner, Carpentier, are the victors.
This is like a squash.
Yeah.
A jobber
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
Pretty
Two
interesting,
falls.
though.
Yeah, it's very different.
We were talking with Ray Lloyd about. You were talking too. I mean, we were talking about just on an indie show. You can have a variety of different matches, but just throw one in like that once in a while and see what kind of response you get. You know, something where it's really old school selling and what it is. Mm-hmm. Get the fans to buy it. Get them involved. And everybody you've talked to that I've talked to, even Les Thatcher says,
Yeah,
you know,
they all say the same thing.
get your emotions involved. Let them get involved with your emotional
Yeah.
side. You know,
That's why I enjoyed the Damien Sandow match this week a little bit on SmackDown. I thought it was a little old school with kind of working that and continuing to go outside and piss the crowd off.
are they putting another one on? You guys putting another one on?
Eric, when he
They're just-
calls a
He's
match,
just-
he
he's
calls
just throwing
every
out there.
Yeah.
Huh?
You call every lockup, every whip,
Every step.
everything.
When
yeah,
I walk, I'm
pretty
gonna
much.
take 2 steps and then
Your
tag.
entrance. How many steps to the ring is going to be?
My laces.
Initial appearance in Philadelphia. And
This
the
is
local
Dick
fans
the
are with
Bruiser
them all the
and
way.
Pepper Gomez. Even back then, guys like Dick the Bruiser,
The Bruiser finds the
Look like
corner
barroom
of good plate
brawlers.
for a forearm
I mean,
blow
they
to
look
the
like
back of
wrestlers.
Pepper's head. A slight smash into the ring support rings a bell in Pepper's ear. But a good knee and a gouge
They
to
also
the eye
have the
makes Gomez
lights.
forget his earlier
Like all
ailment.
the crowd lights are down except
Yeah.
the light in the ring.
That's the
a
other
good-
thing.
I like that too.
Like the ambiance is there. Like a lot of times when you go into gyms and they're completely lit.
Yeah, I hate that.
it ruins the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, the
Kills it.
spotlight over the center, everything dark. Then you've got the whole field going on.
Yeah.
Bruiser on the back is bad enough, but the hair massage with his foot really has the fans in disbelief.
Do you think back
Dick the
then
Bruiser and Pepper
they're
Gomez.
like,
Strikes where it'll do the most good.
hey,
on
you
Bruiser's
stiffed me with
shiny
that
head.
shot right there to the
Bruiser
top of the
doesn't
head.
understand why Pepper's upset. Maybe a poke in the head will clear
Do you
up
think
the
they
matter.
even had that word stiff
Yeah,
back
that's,
then?
that's the thing. That word didn't exist.
Well, they used the term crowbar,
Yeah, it's like
where you potatoed me, right?
Potato.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard that.
I've heard that.
Bruiser's getting bounced around now, and the fans change their expression.
Bruiser's a
to
big guy.
smiles of
Gomez
satisfaction.
wasn't that big.
What's he doing to him?
I don't know. I think he had him on the sidewalk slams or anything.
Bruiser decides to go out and try this whole thing over again. He gets hold of Gomez, but only momentarily.
There was a whole different feel of the matches
Pepper
back then.
unleashes a good foot to the face, and the Bruiser is stunned.
I think, I'm not positive, but I think back then, if you wore boots, you
Gomez
could not
drives a
kick.
hard bargain to the head of Apples and proceeds
Is
to
that
get some
true?
support
No,
from the
you
ring.
kick.
There's my
It's
theory.
supposed to be an end step kick.
You're
though.
thinking MMA, maybe.
You're wrong, Shannon.
I am.
You're wrong.
A drop kick to the head connects, but Gomez misses his second attempt.
A lot of drop kicks back then.
Yeah, I know.
The Bruiser begins working on Pepper's back.
Ooh. Might even steal that spot.
These good stomps.
Two light foot jabs, topped off by a leap from above
stomp,
and a knee
please do a
planted
stomp.
in the back of Gomez.
Oh, man.
Adds to Pepper's
Oh, that was
misery.
pretty good. Knee drop on the top.
Killing his back.
Apples tries for the pin, but Pepper still has some spice left in his
That's
powerful
it.
frame.
Pepper Martin,
I remember that kick out.
Pepper
Good
Gomez
kick
claimed
out.
he had a really tough stomach. He'd have guys jump off the ladder and land on the stomach both feet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he'd do it in the ring like that.
A quick right to the head, a left
was
to
a
the
real kick out.
midsection, and a knee
A
in the
what?
jaw
That was a
gives
real
the
kick
Bruiser
out.
something
Yeah,
to think
it
about.
was. And it was on one.
It wasn't one.
Their punches look good.
They're real punch.
Yeah, they're not pulling them.
I know, it doesn't look like it, does it?
Is that Letigo?
It's off the ropes and upsy daisy.
Airplane spin.
Don't see that anymore either.
High-flying
No, you don't.
airplane spin, but Gomez apparently isn't used to the altitude, and he gets the worst of the crash to the canvas.
Look at that
Oh,
ref.
wow.
It doesn't
And
look
the guy
like
who was
Bruiser has
doing
enough
the
left to
airplane
strike
spin
back,
there
and the
ended up on the
groggy
bottom
Pepper
Yeah.
in the
does.
hold.
Yeah.
Because
Bruiser
he
Apple pins
got
Pepper
dizzy.
Gomez,
Got dizzy,
takes
yeah.
the feature event in a surprise ending and maintains his popular bad man rating among the body benders.
But that was also good announcing by the announcer to catch that. You
Yeah.
know, he's
Yeah,
not talking about storylines and how the general
Gomez
manager
claims
is
foul,
this
but
and
to no
that.
avail,
You actually have a
and
guy
he'll
calling the
have to wait
match,
another day.
which I
was
miss a lot today.
Yeah.
Don't run any more for a minute.
2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. There's storylines you could follow them pretty easily without having to. What the hell? Not yet.
2 minutes.
Why do you keep running these videos like back to back?
Because we have a new person in the booth and they don't know the format.
Don't
of the
run the
show.
video yet.
Yeah, we'll call for the videos.
I don't care what you have to say.
I know. Those matches in a house show today would get over. I think. You know, if you run them like that.
If they're in black and white, I don't know.
What's going on in there?
I don't know.
No, you have no clue.
They're just flashing me signs. They said we're all good.
Okay. The thing
They got it.
We were talking about this before because you weren't here, and we've talked about the Ray Lloyd and several of the guys that are old school on here. That when you're working indie shows, people don't know from week to week or month to month what you're going to do. They don't care. They're just going to see a show. Right. That's the time to really stink out what you do and try new things. You know, don't follow this guy and that guy because they did all this stuff. Try something like this with the selling and take an arm or a leg and work it right.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
what I say.
Yeah, because that's the way you'll really learn how to work and get the emotion of the crowd. Because an indie show doesn't really matter. What, you got 20 people there, 30 people?
Right.
Right.
And if you screw up, so what? You'll never see them again anyway.
Yeah, that's what one of your former students that just wrote to you said, right? When he had his tryout.
Yeah.
Just wrote and thanked you and said they were telling him the same thing, right?
Yeah.
About working the leg and storytelling
Just
and all that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
Yeah.
guess they just had a big tryout in it was
LA.
in Carson, I think.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was somewhere down by the airport, right? Or I can't
No,
remember
no,
exactly where it was.
in Carson.
It was in Torrance.
Yeah, Torrance, Carson. Yeah.
Yeah.
But didn't Ray say when you go to a show, all the high spots in the world, they don't remember?
They don't.
Yeah.
No, they remember who the people they got emotionally attached to involved in the match.
Shannon
How
said
you
the
made
same
them
thing
feel,
many
yeah.
times as well.
They remember how you made them feel.
They remember
Yeah.
the stupid Canadian tag team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like if
Very well.
and I'll tell you a true story of how you make someone feel. We did this little tour in New Mexico, and we had so much heat. People were throwing bottles in the ring. We went to the mall like the next day, and some lady came up in the mall, some Indian lady, and just started screaming at us in the middle of the mall because she was at that show. I kid you not. And like her little kids are like pulling our on our pant legs like with a pen and a paper, and she's just like screaming like, "How could you say that about us? You know, we do not live in teepees." Like, I mean, like literally screaming. So that's how we made her feel. So she remembered us from that.
That's
Nice.
great.
Yeah.
That's kind of like
You
that.
guys must have been psyched then. You're like, yeah, we got him.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And then you were like, oh man, this is
Yeah.
gonna.
That's kind of scary though, too. At the same time, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A woman come yelling at you
Yeah.
because she
Yeah.
hates you.
Yeah.
Because
Cool, though.
she
That's
obviously
awesome.
then doesn't get it.
But then you did your
At the same
job.
time.
Yeah,
I
but
did.
then
Yeah,
that's
you did.
awesome though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, you don't see that in indie shows nowadays. You don't see anybody get that kind of heat.
No.
People hate them. You know, just don't see it.
No.
So why not take the chance?
Yeah.
Why is she making so many noises?
I don't know.
Attention.
always does, yeah.
Can't stand not to have attention.
Must be the center.
Non-existent person over there.
Yes.
Nothing to say. Okay, now we can run one. Let's run Pedro Morales and Ivan Koloff.
Ooh.
I like that.
Ivan Koloff, the Russian bear. Look at the size of him.
He was a big guy.
He really was.
January 18th, 1971.
Hey, that's Lou Albano, isn't it?
Sounds like him.
Doing the announcing?
Yeah.
Sounds like him, yeah.
Russian bear send reeling. Pedro now dropped down by Koloff. Oh, brother! Big back body drop by Koloff.
Those are
That's
stiff,
kind of cool. To kick him afterwards.
stiff rings, too.
Koloff was huge, huh?
Yeah.
His thighs are gigantic.
Down on the mat. The speed, the agility, the ability.
Okay, everybody's like jumping up and down in the front. Look at
They're so
that.
hyped up.
Yeah.
They're so hyped.
So I think we've kind of all killed that throughout the days because everybody just tries to deliver the most they can do in one match and
Yeah.
see if they could top every other match.
I don't
So,
do that.
yeah, you don't do
I
that.
don't know. I try to do
Well, you
psychology.
like no. You're like I'm just gonna dial it in tonight.
I'm just gonna do one.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm gonna see how many bumps I can't take.
I like a good story.
Yeah, no, same here. Remember that 6-man we did?
That's a great story. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Remember when you get kicked in the head?
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
Choked down with that leotard. Pedro Morales now.
I think there's probably a lot of guys out there who don't understand that whole point. Though
Yeah.
They haven't been trained in properly telling
Yeah.
a story.
Nobody's
and
ever
they're
told
just,
them.
Yeah,
No.
no one's ever really
Plus-
taught them. They
because
just
you-
do spots.
You
Because the
see a-
trainers are the spot guys
Right.
themselves.
You see a lot of people actually like I couldn't tell you how many people shouldn't be teaching at places that like I mean they're just like what's that? Inspector.
The Spectre teach.
No, not really.
No, just like
He does, kind of.
like you see like schools and people coming out from different places like Utah and all these places, and you're like, this guy is teaching.
Yeah.
He's teaching the class. So it's like people just like I
Well,
guess they're not qualified. They should be.
They've never
Yeah.
had the experience. They've never worked a match down the road to know what it's like.
Right.
They don't know. They haven't had the experience. You can't teach somebody something that you haven't experienced yourself.
Right.
Morales was a great babyface.
Yeah.
Koloff wants to make friends now. I don't think so.
How tall was Ivan Koloff?
He was like 6'1", maybe 6 feet. Not very that tall. Thick though.
240
Is it?
versus 310.
He used to come hang out on my patio down at the beach with Billy Graham after we'd work out, lay out in the sun. And same as Red, really good guy, real soft-spoken guy.
Big Russian bear.
No
Ivan
workouts.
Koloff. And Morales up
What?
to his feet. Now the crowd's behind
Oh
Morales.
yeah. Yeah, he's 6'1".
Wow, look at that! You did the
6'1", 298. I bet you can't do that on your flip phone.
No, I
See
can't.
that monkey flip he took?
Yeah,
It's
that
okay.
was. I have a flip phone.
Big bear hug now. Pedro Morales caught in that big Russian bear.
And I think it's funny that when your brother was in here, he has the exact same
Yeah,
flip
the same
phone.
color and everything. And we didn't even mean to do
And
that.
that big bear hug. Look at the size of Koloff.
Too bad this tape isn't better quality.
Yeah.
You can't really
And the Russian bear.
get
Get
the facial expression on what's going on.
But you can see the fans going crazy.
Yeah.
He wants to keep the championship,
Look at that lighting.
beating Bruno Sammartino.
You guys working that kind of lighting, you'll love it.
Scoop by Morales.
Ooh.
He's got him high. Oh, what a slam.
He got some big high body slams, didn't he? Because when
Yes.
you watch the Fuji match,
Yes.
he got Fuji up really
Way
high
up there.
too.
Yeah, he got him way up there.
He's working on Morales. He shoots him in now. Shoulder tackle. Both men collide. Morales out.
I like that for a double down when you do the head knocker, like you push somebody out the ropes and he comes back and you
Yeah.
ever see that?
Yeah.
It's like an old school thing.
Like they just did, you mean?
Yeah.
Everything is so like formulaic now that when people see that now, they think it's a bot. Like
Yeah, it's a
mess up.
bot.
They think, oh,
Yeah.
they must have messed up.
Yeah, I know.
So they're just going with it. That's what I hate. But no, they mean it.
Yeah.
Morales now
There he picks up first slam and then goes for the pin.
falls back now. Lateral press by Koloff.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday, though. It's almost good if they, like, if you do something that makes them think you screwed up and, like,
Exactly.
oh, wow, he really got hit in the head, or,
Yep.
you know, they must have screwed that up. That's
Trying to regain his strength.
I
looks
still,
real.
I still remember the face you made when you got kicked in the head. Your eyes like rolled back in your head. I was looking right at him. I was like, it was right in front of me. I was like, oh, that's messed up.
Who kicked him?
So stupid.
Billy Blade.
Oh.
We had a 6-man. He kicked him right in the head.
As hard as he could.
Yeah.
Oh, like, it wasn't like about he, like, purposely did that?
I hope not. For his sake.
Wow.
Body press by Pedro.
Oh, flying
It
by
happens.
press. There's a pin. Nope, I guess not.
Oh,
Was that
kicked
recently?
out.
What was that?
It was last year sometime.
Oh, okay.
Koloff sends Morales into that
Was that
corner.
at Vendetta?
Yeah.
And he sends him into that second corner, buckle now. Pedro Morales looks to be weakening.
Well, I don't think I ever worked you in a singles match before, or even a tag. It was a 6-man.
Could it be
Oh.
Vern?
No?
Oh,
Oh, and he got his shoulder up.
Oh, snap. Look at the crowd.
It's a split.
Didn't they
nuts.
do that spot
Oh,
at
it's a split.
WrestleMania a few
Yes.
years
Look
back?
at the crowd.
Let's see what the finding is. Oh, Pedro got it.
Yeah, didn't they? Was it with the Hart brothers?
Somebody
or
like
was
that.
it Brett and Owen or did that? I think, yeah, they did that at a WrestleMania.
now see something like a match like this.
Wrestling
Like,
Federation champion.
That's something that should be led into like they're feuding into like a ladder match. Like say you have a champion, and you do like he does a German suplex, and so the ref counts 3, but both the participant shoulders are down, so they don't know who won. There's like it's a
Okay,
no
thanks for the
contest
video.
like this. So that's how ladder matches like were formed. But nowadays people put a ladder match because they went to Home Depot and they actually just have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Let's do a ladder match.
Or let's do a ladder match. It'd be cool.
right, but like something like
Yeah.
that where it's like a split decision or like you don't know who the victor is. It's
I guess
like,
we're going to get these whether we
Right.
want them or not.
like
Or you build up to the manager being locked in a cage
Yeah.
above the ring
Yeah.
or whatever
Just-
it is.
There's a reason for everything.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Reasons.
yeah.
This match, that's Vern Gagne on the left, and Red Bastien, who just passed away, on the right.
Greg Gagne?
Vern.
Oh, Vern Gagne.
This is young Vern Gagne.
Yeah,
huh?
young Red Bastien, too. Both of them were great, obviously.
See, they're both wearing boots, so neither of them could kick.
Did
Everybody
Vern,
wore boots
Does
back
Vern
then.
have hair there?
Yeah. All right.
We're having YouTube issues. It happens.
Search Eric Watts on YouTube. See what comes up.
Vern Gagne.
Or should we say Jason
Look at the
Watts?
announcer. You have announcers like that now?
No.
Oh, in suits and that.
Like that?
We have guys in t-shirts and jeans.
Yeah.
That's
I
what,
know.
that's what we have.
And the announcers tried to actually be the stars of the
They
show.
do.
Yeah.
And also the warm-up jacket with the towel.
Oh, yeah.
I was doing that for a while, but then I wasn't old school enough, so I stopped.
Yeah. I remember the towel. Towel over your neck.
Don't believe you've ever seen wrestle here at International before.
Nobody even wears like entrance like ring like
Came from, how much you weigh.
stuff anymore. They just come out like in a jacket they bought like at Target or
Everyone's cheap. No one's paid.
yeah. It's like your entrance. It should be very important to you because that sets.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's like that's your character, and you're coming out with.
See how
your
he gets ready?
character.
Remember that in the corner, getting ready to. Have you, remember Ray said that?
Yeah. Yeah, Ray was showing us that up. Yeah, because when Ray was locking up with Spencer, he
Right.
kept grabbing the ropes
Exactly.
and kept.
This is shit I
Well,
like.
look at that.
This is pretty much a
reversing the
baby. This is
waistline.
a babyface match.
Yeah. So they're gonna shake hands, but then one of them's gonna shove the guy off.
These old school babyface matches were pretty much babyface all the way.
Well,
Look at that hold.
That's a good hold. Actually, I tweaked my shoulder arm like that. It was never the same after. See, now, when you take that hold on the right arm like that, it's easier, it was for me too, to do a scissors off there. Watch them. You'll see what I mean. It's easier to jump up for a leg scissors than it was off the left. Setting him up right now. Here he goes. Get up there.
Look at the calf development.
That's what I was going to tell you, Mr.
Nice.
Whoa.
You gotta
Smooth.
watch out for things like that.
Do you say smooth with an F
Smooth.
or with a TH?
Smooth.
Oh, you said smooth. I was hoping it was smooth.
Yeah, you would hope that.
Yeah, dang it.
Dang.
Look at, he's going to flip over him right here. Head out. Pull the legs.
Whoa.
Twist.
Whoa.
That's a twist. That's a
Look at
twist.
that. Whoa.
Nope.
Another head
Right
scissors.
back to it.
That's a nice jump up on the head scissors.
Yeah.
It really is.
How do they do it?
One more time. Huh?
3 times in a row, and the ring's beginning to fall apart.
It is.
Perfect.
That was cool.
That was great.
See, that should have been actually a cutoff, though, right there.
Yeah.
Mr. Bastine wasn't where he was supposed to be.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was a good
That was very,
good
very
spot.
good. To the well one too many times.
Yeah.
It wasn't 3. It was in 4. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it was the 4.
Did you also know that old school wrestling, when you would lock up, unless you have heat with the person, you don't go in the corners. Only if you have heat would you take him to a corner.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you take him to the rope.
I'm gonna use that forever from now on.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It does.
Take
Makes a
Billy
lo-
Blade, right?
Huh?
Take Billy Blade to the corner.
Straight to the corner.
Yeah.
Just train straight to the corner.
Yeah, he's got him.
Both these guys knew a lot of holds, a lot of moves.
I don't know. I still like my Ganya boy.
I heard that when you were wrestling, that you actually you would get upset with the announcers when you would roll them up and they would say small package, so they had to switch it to the Saturday night special.
I took that very personal. Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Saturday Night Special.
We don't talk about the package.
Is that like the Saturday Night Ride, the amateur
Oh yeah.
pinning? That's what we used to call it.
I don't even call it a package. I call it parcel post.
So with Eric Watts, if you're calling it, would you go, I'm going to give you a big package?
Titanic. Titanic. What? Go for it.
We're going to try and peel him off with a head press here.
Small package, my ass.
The package is like a telephone pole. He just wants to reach out and touch someone.
Actually, when we were working, he called a small package, and I was like, I'm sorry.
Nah,
He got
I
mad.
would never ever call a small package ever. I would just do it if anything.
Good. Nice.
A lot of moves. But no heat.
I don't know. Kohler started this policy of letting anybody wrestle that felt like they were big enough to get in with.
You never see a
Ganya.
babyface match
You got
anymore
a
like
good
this.
idea of what a 185-pound man amounts
Were both
to.
these guys baby faces? Is that
Yeah. They call it a technical babyface match.
Technical match.
They'd throw them in every once in a while,
Bastine's, I think.
just so the fans can see they actually know how to wrestle. And then when someone would come out as a heel and cheat, it was a big deal.
Did you see
Or they might start as a technical match and one might turn heel during the match.
Right.
See, look at
On
on the ropes.
Yeah.
Burns' head is cut wide
That's
open.
really good, like,
Bastine's
that makes a lot
nose
of
is
sense.
smashed in. It's a real pretty sight.
God, Red looks so
If you
different
like
there.
this kind of a thing, my gal Lola
I'll write that down so I don't
doesn't
forget
care
that. Or you need to text me.
Yeah, I'll
something.
text it to
The
you.
secretary was always here at ringside. She loves it until it gets this way. Then she wants to go home. This is what people came for, Lola.
Heck yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Kid wing
Oh,
out.
and a reversal. Whoa, held on to it. Yeah, people would be all over this.
Yeah, with the boring chants and
It depends where too, where you did the match at.
Yeah, like if it's a.
Like Japan, this would like for Noah, this would get over in.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
For sure,
Yeah, yeah.
huge.
Little message,
They'd appreciate it.
2 or 3 stitches won't pass
yeah.
enough.
And if you
Right,
threw, some spots in to begin with, and then went to this,
there we go
maybe
again.
they'd be okay with it.
Like Indy or
Well,
Japan?
Indy.
Indy.
They just want.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, the people,
Against the heavyweight.
yeah, they need to like re-educate them instead of just giving everybody what they want. I've seen people in matches, like someone in the crowd will say, "Hey, let me see a power bomb," so they'll do a power bomb. Yeah, I've seen it.
Those are
happen.
the guys who shouldn't be wrestling.
Yeah.
Those are the guys who should not be wrestling.
Yeah.
I was gonna talk to you about that.
Are you ready to retire finally?
No. When you did that last match, I saw you.
Powerbomb?
Yeah, and then you went to the guy and you went like, "Is that okay?"
I remember doing it. Yeah, I did that to the floor, right?
Yeah.
From the top rope to the floor. Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like Ray was talking about last week in the match he had with Jake Roberts when they were chanting boring, so Jake just put himself into a chin lock and sat there. And a couple minutes later, the same guys were going, Jake, Jake. So
These guys look like they work a little stiff, too.
Yeah. Hey, look at his footwork's all off for that headlock. I would have been all over that.
They didn't care about that then.
The odd part of it is that what with all of the perspiration.
But he's on the correct side.
That he is.
That they build up in the course of a match, it looks like they were
Put your head up.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Head up.
You know, the funny thing is, these are two top guys. Back then, they were the two of the top guys. In fact, Red was the president of the Cauliflower Alley Club just recently.
Yeah.
Ooh, the ribs.
There's a blind toe hold on Bastille.
A blind
but this
toe
is
hold.
what year was this? Is this 50s?
I think it's even before then. It could be late 40s. Or maybe really.
I mean, it's. Was this on TV? This was probably on 50s, right? Because TV would have.
Well, we had some on here that were 16 millimeter film that weren't TV.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you?
Well,
actually watch
but my
this
point
back
is,
on TV?
what I was going to say is, this might stuff be so early with the doing TV and doing stuff that things like keeping your head up and is new.
Yeah,
at
nobody
that
thought
point,
about that.
Oh, yeah.
they were just learning how to work a camera at this point.
Yeah, I mean back then they're just wrestling. They're not wrestling like for the crowd. They're just wrestling in the crowd.
Television didn't really hit until after World War II, so like late 50s, early mid 50s, I think.
All right, that's good. We've had enough of it.
We're full.
We're full.
We're full.
'Cause I don't know where that is going, but we've got to close the show.
Yes, we do.
It's getting late.
Yeah, it is. We need to wrap up here.
But we had a good time. Did you enjoy it, Eric?
Yeah, man, this is good.
Like that old school stuff?
Just
I don't know about him
flies
being
by.
here, but everything else has been good.
Again, so where can we catch you?
Oh, you can catch me next week, Saturday, September 8th, in Atascadero, California.
Cheetah's Gentlemen's Club.
At Cheetah's Gentlemen's Club, yes. I will be in a flag match, an unheard of flag match, defending the country of Canada. And then on the 21st of September, we'll be in Big Time Wrestling, which is in Newark, California. September 22nd in Reno, Nevada. Whoa, I caught myself.
Silver Legacy.
At the Silver Legacy, and then I'm getting the time restraint. So and then look for me and the band Super Kill coming to a town near you.
Cool. Ryan?
Tomorrow I will be on the Raw AfterBuzz here talking about Raw, and then September 8th I will be Millennium Pro Wrestling in Simi Valley. September 9th Dungeon Championship Wrestling in Huntington Park, and then October 27th I think it'll be in my first stadium show up in Palmdale, I think it is.
Cool.
Yeah, so it'll be fun.
Yes, Eric.
A week from today, I will be wrestling for NWA Hollywood in Glendale. It's a free show. Come on out.
Walt Disney will be there.
Walt Disney will be there in spirit. And I'm not sure after that. I have dates on my phone saved, but I don't know the exact dates.
You've had this entire time to look.
You can follow me on Twitter at Darth Watts, and you can find me on Facebook.
Will you have those dates on your Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, so that's where you find it.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
You'll find me at rickdrasin.com, rickscorner.com, doing interviews with legends of bodybuilding and pro wrestling. And as I said before, September 26th and 27th, I'll be in Las Vegas at the Mirage Hotel for the World Gym Convention, where I'm receiving the Joe Gold Lifetime Achievement Award.
Congrats.
So I put a lot of years in.
Awesome.
So maybe all you guys can come and hang out, and we'll have a good time. Get some World Gym shirts with my signature on them, because I did the gorilla.
I'm down. Let's go. Let's make a trip.
I'll be there. I'm really gonna be there.
Okay.
Let's go do it.
For sure.
And thank you for watching AfterBuzz Old School Wrestling.
All right.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.